Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we're going to see if the new turbo setup fits. Stay tuned. Thanks for tuning, guys. If you haven't yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the post notification bell to stay up to date with this build. That being said, let's get into it. Alright guys, so what we're going to do is test out different orientations for the turbos. So what we need to do is get rid of that mount, get rid of the dump. So we have all that space to work with. Now you grab a pipe and just bolt it to the original bracket there, and then we can fit the TD05 there, and then we can work out where the GT35 will go. I do want a pretty straight shot down. I don't want to snake it down like before, so let's see if we can manage that. After we've done all that, we'll get the engine out. Right, just went to the shed and got the stock up pipe. Pretty much we just need this end here to bolt up, and then we'll bolt the TD05 to that. So we'll get the exhaust off and then we'll start mopping stuff up. Alright guys, so I've pulled the low mount system apart. I've taken the little scavenger little drain off. I'm just going to clock this now because it's clocked for down the bottom, so you can see the wheel is not straight up. So I'm just going to clock that. So I need to take off the gate bracket so I can rotate the back. So I'll just loosen off this and rotate these two. So I'm actually rotating the back, but the front's moving, if you know what I mean. Alright, so I need to change the location of the oil. I just need to move that feed, or just angle it. Also, the good thing about this, going back to this setup, I won't have all these lines running through the guard. So it's going to clean up this area a lot. It's going to make my vacuum lines, boost lines, a lot shorter, which is good. See, I'll just keep going. Something pretty steady. I can't find the bracket that goes across these two studs, but that's okay. Still got the exhaust just sitting down there. It's on the ground, but it's out of the way. It's all good. Yeah, I'll get a 14 and just rotate that out of the way. Alright, well, I don't remember it being hard up against that little motor there on the TGV. Maybe I've got the up pipe on wrong. Right guys, so I've just taken off. Oh, look at that. Look at that wheel coming through again. Great. Yeah, not cool. That needs to be fixed. We're going to change the orientation of this, the compressor housing. I'm just going to bring it up a bit more. Alright, got the TD05 there. It's looking pretty funny. Alright, we need to work out where the GT35 is going to go. Alright guys, so I've rotated the compressor housing. So now the outlet is down the bottom, and that'll just come out and it'll be under the intake. So I have two pipes coming through here. So we no longer have any pipes coming through here, which is great. Frees it up, makes it look a lot better. a lot more neater, which will be good. Probably going to get a new one of these, get rid of the water temp sensor. Yeah, so we're going to work out the location for the GT35. Alright guys, I think I've pretty much got the setup, like the angle of both turbos. So start pulling it apart and we'll get the engine out. Alright guys, got quite a bit off. I've got the wiring off the alternator, aircon, and that's over there. Disconnected these two connectors here. I need to take off this earth here. Still need to do the starter though. Disconnected everything from this side except for the steering pump. I'll do that when I'm about to take it off. That is loose though. Remember, I normally pinch the O-rings and that, so most likely have a squeaky power steering when we start it up. Whenever we start it up. So still need to take out the drive plate bolts. So those 4 12mm. Then we get the bell housing bolts out, and should be good. I'm about to do the fuel lines now. If you didn't know, I've already got a parallel system in this. It's just with normal fuel line, but I have noticed in a couple of spots it's starting to crack. So that's one reason why I'm also getting this out. Where is it? This line that goes to the fuel pressure regulator. So it's all even lines. I cut them at the same length and then snake them through. So using the stock lines, I've gone through, measured it, made sure it was all equal. You can tell I've only got one line there. There used to be 3 lines. So yeah, but yeah, that's going to get all cleaned up too. Alright, everything is disconnected except for engine mounts and bell housing bolts. And bell housing bolts go through the starter, so the starter isn't off, but all the electricals are. So yeah, tomorrow we'll get the engine out in this episode. Alright guys, it's the next day now. So we're going to get the bell housing bolts out. We're going to get the starter off. Got to get this pitch mount off as well. Engine mounts. We'll loosen or take off the nuts. We'll go into the garden shed and get the extended legs for the engine crane. I do have a mount that I bolt down here that has a little hook eyelet on it, so I can pull the engine out. Here it is. How convenient. Modified. So that bolts on there. And then normally just go around the AC bracket as well. That's how I get it out. Alright, just got the starter off. So now we can get to the back of the flex plate. So what we are going to do now is take off this little inspection cover. Going to turn over the engine by hand, just by the pulley at the front here. And we're going to undo the 4 bolts that hold the drive plate to the transmission. Drive plate to the flywheel, should I say? Flywheel? Anyway, let's do it. Alright, there's the first one right there. So we'll get that out and we'll go clockwise, right, the same way that the engine will spin, and just get the 4 of them out. Alright, drive plate bolts are out. I'll get under the car now. Well, actually, I've got that bracket on. I'll get these 14s out and then I'll get under the car. There's a couple of nuts down the bottom, and then we'll get the engine mounts taken off and should be ready to come out. Alright, alright guys, got the extensions for the crane. The youngest one just woke up, so I've got to go back inside. I've got all the bolts at the top here undone. Just be underneath and it's ready to come out. It's come out later tonight and finish it off. Alright boys, I'm back. I think it's about 8:30 now. It's been raining for ages since lunchtime. Pretty wet out there. Somehow I've hurt my knee today. One of the boys jumped on me. But, we've just got a couple of bolts down the bottom to undo, and we should be able to get this out. So, yeah, won't take long. Just need to get the crane out. Alright guys, got it all set up, ready to go. Only thing is, just got to get the transmission away from the engine. We should be able to get it up. So, just wiggle it a little bit and try to get a little crack in there and pry it apart. Right, so I'm going to mount the engine stand onto it, bring it down and put it in, so we're good to have a play around. Alright boys, she's out, she's on the stand, and yeah, it's time to see where all these leaks coming from. By the look of it, quite a bit of it's coming from the block breather. So we've got to do something about that there. Back here we've got some power steering, which, fair enough. If you didn't know where the intercooler piping went, that's where it went. It's the opposite side of where the up pipe went. So, got a lot of cleaning up to do in here as well. So dirty. Yeah, put some power steering boots to replace while it makes it a bit easier to get around, although most of it's from underneath. Yeah, she's out. Might see if I can get a couple more covers. It's not good. The other side's stuffed from when the intercooler piping was resting on it and pushing it onto the cam gear. So we'll get some new ones of them. Get a new one of these radiator hoses with it out the cut. Yeah, started something new. So we'll get the old twin turbo, compound turbo, the high mounted going as well. Oh yeah, engine mounts. I need some engine mounts too. Wow, maybe it was the oil drain that was leaking. Turbo oil drain. That's a press in. Might see if I can find another one. Doesn't look like my half moons were leaking actually. Looks like it was the oil drain the whole time. It's not leaking. That's not leaking. Maybe a little bit. Got some oil there. Anyway guys, if you like this episode, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button and that post notification bell to stay up to date with this build. You're gonna get some good parts. It's gonna be showing some good numbers on the dyno when it finally gets onto it. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you next episode. Bye.